Can two Batman coexist? Let's talk about it. So a lot of news has broken out recently regarding the Batman. The Batman Part 2 script with Matt Reeves has been finished. It has been completed. Finally, right? It's here. It's over. So then I was hype, but then there was another report that came out saying, ask James Gunn who's writing the Brave and the Bold movie, because we're not convinced there is one. Now, I was really concerned when I saw that post. I was planning on making a video rant of the fact that I am of the belief that there should be two Batmans. And good news, before I ended up recording this video, another report came out saying James Gunn says he expects to be reading two Batman movie scripts in the next couple months, with one being for the Batman 2 and the other one clearly being the Brave and the Bold. So this is huge news. Lots of ups and downs, twists and turns over the past week or two of this. We finally get the good news that we will continue the Batman Part 2 with that script. Then we heard, in my opinion, bad news that we might not be getting another Batman script, which might be alluded to Robert Pattinson's Batman being the Batman of the DCU, and I am not for that at all. And now they're saying James Gunn says he expects two different Batman scripts on his desk in the next couple months, alluded to the fact that it probably means we are going to have a Batman 2 and a Brave and the Bold, which also means that it's probably going to be a separate Batman. So the question after that is, can we have two Batmans? Can two Batmans coexist? And the question is, why not? They say that two legends can't coexist. Why not? To me, I want to see Robert Pattinson's Batman fleshed out in his world with the Penguin and that series, and I want a serious, grounded, gothic Batman universe with Robert Pattinson to continue. But I don't think it meshes well with the idea of Superman and other fantastical heroes. It wouldn't make sense, and I think it would break the continuity of that world. Granted, we haven't really tapped into that world too much yet, but it just feels like I can't picture Robert Pattinson's Batman with a Superman, with a David Cornsworth Superman, even though we haven't seen Superman yet. It doesn't make sense to me. This allows us to have our cake and eat it too. Batman is my favorite superhero of all time, 100% for DC. Just like I think in Spider-Man's world, I think Spider-Man is so great and people love Spider-Man so much that you can still do Tom Holland's Spider-Man and we can continue with TASM 3, right? That's a whole different discussion, and maybe I'll make a video on that. I think Batman is that goated of a character, and people love Batman so much that I don't think anyone would have any problems with a Elseworld story with a grounded Batman that people already love and trust the director and his storytelling and direction, continuing what he keeps on doing, which is his own thing. But also, we're trying to build out the DC universe, which Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, etc. Batman is the most important character in DC. He's the best character, and you can't just ignore him. You can make Superman, you can make all these other movies you want, but if Batman isn't a part of that universe for DC, it's crazy. It's like not having Iron Man in the MCU for that time, or not having Spider-Man, right? You need a Batman to show up at some point. And I think this opens the opportunity to have a more fantastical Batman that's going to do a lot more gadgety stuff and, fight different kinds of villains. It will give us, like I said, giving us our cake and eating it too, where you get a grounded, serious, gothic Batman in Matt Reeves' universe, and then you also get a fantastical Batman that's going to team up with the Justice League and Superman simultaneously, and maybe, like I said, or I haven't said, but Ben Affleck's Batman didn't really get his full time to shine in that realm, and maybe we will get a better version of that in the DCU. That includes a Robin being a part of it, because the Brave and the Bold is supposed to be about his son, Damian Wayne, being Robin. That sounds like a fun concept. I don't want them to go away from that, and I really hope they cast an awesome Batman. And me, selfishly, Robert Pattinson's Batman, as of right now, isn't my favorite Batman. I like him. I think there's potential there. I think the world and the movies and the Penguin and all that stuff is really great, but I've never been particularly a big fan of his Bruce Wayne yet, so there's still stuff to grow there. So I am all on board to have two Batmans going at the same time, just in case Robert Pattinson Batman doesn't sell me as the GOAT Batman like he is for a lot of people, but I do recognize that the world that they're building and his Batman is still solid, and the world they're building is really, really cool, and I do want to see it continue. James Gunn established from the very beginning that he wants to have his DC universe, but he also wants to have Elseworld stories. And Robert Pattinson's Batman is the most established Elseworld story that you can have, and it's the one that matters the most to keep. So you have to keep that, but you need to have a separate Batman for the DCU, because I think if you put Robert Pattinson's Batman in the DCU, it's going to ruin his Batman, and I think a lot of people that are fans of the Batman movie and the Penguin and all that are not going to be happy with what could change his character a lot interacting with a Superman. But that's just my opinions. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? Can two Batmans coexist? Do you want two Batmans to coexist? Are you excited for the possibility of a Batman Brave and the Bold story that could open the floodgates of DCU while also simultaneously having the Batman trilogy or more, that whole Matt Reeves universe? What do you think? Subscribe if you want to see more Batman content. I have two Batman ranking videos. I have a Batman movie tier list video. It's not in exact order, but it's a tier list, so it's still fun and you get my general thoughts on all the movies. I also have a individual Batman tier list video as well. Again, not exactly in order, but tier list style Batman ranking video. I will leave those playlists up in the screen somewhere. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to have Superman reviews, a lot of Superman content, a lot of DC content coming out in the future. You don't want to miss it.